1 week down, 3 more to go. Euro 2024 has been an exciting one so far, and with one round of fixtures left in the group phase, it promises much more to come. What I'm doing today though is that I'm going to look at the so-called pre-tournament favorites and assess really quickly, briefly, whether or not they have earned that tag so far. So let's start with a team from Group C, England. Let's start with them. They went in the tournament as supposedly pre-tournament favorites. But so far, they have been very disappointing. A very dull win against Serbia in their opening game, followed by an even duller performance against Denmark in the 1-1 draw. If England is to progress the later stages of this tournament, for example the quarterfinals and beyond, they need to improve. Because at this point, it appears as though England are just waiting to get beat. Gareth Southgate has not got the balance right in terms of the composition of his team, and they have lacked cohesiveness, they have lacked fluidity. I believe that he's setting up Trent Alexander-Arnold to fail with this supposed midfield experiment. I mean, to be fair, why would you even experiment at a tournament? Shouldn't experiments be conducted before, the big show itself? So that, in a sense, is baffling. So I think Southgate needs to go back to the drawing board. England have the talent, they can improve, but they have a lot of work to do. And so far, they look like being one of the first teams amongst the supposed favourites to drop out. Next, we go to Group D. That brings us to France. Another pre-tournament favourite, probably the overwhelming favourite at these European finals. They look good. I know Mbappe suffered a facial injury at the start of the tournament, and in their last game against Holland, they didn't manage to get the winning goal. But I think for large periods, France did show some really good attacking play, and if it weren't for an absence of clinical finishing and better decision making, I think France could have very well nicked that game and won. So I have no worries about France in terms of their credentials as tournament favourites. They do have the capacity to go all the way. It's just a matter of whether or not they take their chances in games when they come. Next up on my list is Spain, who again have looked really good so far. They've beaten Croatia, a very strong team, and they've beaten Italy. So I think they have pretty much substantiated their claims to be among the contenders for this crown. I think Spain, who tend to play the same sort of style and system all through their age groups. So for me, it's not so much, yes, they don't have the stars of yesteryear. There's no Xavi, for example, no Iniesta, no big names like that. But what they do have are exceptionally technically gifted players. And with the dynamism, I hope I pronounced that right, but with the dynamic ability of players like Nico Williams and Yamin Lamal, they offer pace and a real attacking, potent attacking threat. And if Alvaro Morata can convert the chances that they will inevitably create, I think Spain is another team that could go far in this tournament. Then there's Portugal. Cristiano Ronaldo, in his last, what I assume would be his last European Championship, but that might not be the case because this guy looks like he can go on forever. But Portugal look good, and their strength is that they have a wealth of attacking options. It's just about whether or not Roberto Martinez can fit them in together and get the balance right based on the opponent and based on the style that they want to implement. But again, Portugal, I think, will be a strong opponent for whoever they face in latter stages. So I would say that they're outside bet. Moving on to Belgium. Now they had a short result in their opening game, but they responded yesterday by dispatching a very good Romanian team. I think Belgium's issue might be consistency. Because what I'm getting from Belgium is that you're not quite sure which Belgian side will turn up, and that could be a problem. Lastly though, the last thing that I'll discuss right now in this video is Germany, the host. The one who, many people worried about, at least many German fans worried about because of their recent tournament struggles. But Germany looked good. Germany looked as though they're ready. Toni Kroos's return to international football has made a big difference. He's controlling the game, setting the tempo with his range of passing, and with the intelligence and mobility and movement of players like Gundogan and Wirtz and Musiala and Kai Havertz. Again, they offer a very, very potent attacking threat. A lot of incisive passing. And if that doesn't work, they still have a lot of attacking quality on the bench that they can call upon. So Germany will be a tough opponent for anybody when they get to the next round. But I think what will comfort most German fans is their defensive stability. That's the area where they have struggled over the last 2 or 3 tournaments. But with this new centre-back partnering of Rudiger and Jonathan Tah, they look solid. They haven't put a foot wrong. And if that continues, expect big things from Germany. That being said, I look forward to the next round of fixtures. After this week, we'll know who the round of 16 teams are. And I'll be back again to make another prediction video about where I think that will go. Until next time, please like, share, and subscribe.